Welcome to our podcast, where today we're diving into the fascinating world of pronouns. Understanding pronouns is a key aspect of mastering English grammar, and this discussion is perfect for elementary and middle school students, as well as those learning English as a second language. So, what exactly is a pronoun? In this episode, we'll explore different types of pronouns, including definite and indefinite pronouns, and why they are crucial for making our sentences engaging and clear. Let's embark on this grammatical journey together. Let's start with the basics. A pronoun is essentially a word used in place of a noun or noun phrase, helping to prevent repetitive language in our writing and speech. For instance, instead of repeatedly saying Sarah went to the store, Sarah bought apples, Sarah returned home, we can simply say, Sarah went to the store. She bought apples. She returned home. Pronouns replace nouns, making our communication smoother and more enjoyable. They can serve various functions in a sentence, including acting as subjects or objects. This versatility is what makes pronouns essential. Now, let's delve deeper into the two main categories of pronouns, definite and indefinite pronouns. Definite pronouns are also known as personal pronouns, and they refer to specific people or things. When using a definite pronoun, it's crucial to indicate whether the noun it replaces is singular or plural. For example, if we take James and Duke, instead of repeating their names, we can use they to represent them. In this case, they is our definite pronoun. Now, definite pronouns can be divided further into three categories: first person, second person, and third person. In the first person category, we have two singular pronouns, I and me, and two plural ones, we and us. For the second person, you serves as both singular and plural. Moving on to the third person, we find he, she, it, and him, her, and they, them for plural use. Using these pronouns not only creates variety in our sentences but also helps in keeping the listener engaged. It's interesting to note that definite pronouns refer back to something that has already been mentioned or is known in context. For example, if someone says, my sister is a painter. She paints beautiful landscapes. Here, she refers back to my sister. On the other hand, we have indefinite pronouns, which are quite different from definite ones. Indefinite pronouns are used when we are referring to non-specific people or things. This means that the noun being replaced is not clearly defined. Examples of common indefinite pronouns include anyone, everyone, somebody, nobody, and something. For instance, if we say, someone knocked on the door, we don't know exactly who that someone is. It's more open-ended, which is precisely what makes these pronouns indefinite. There are singular indefinite pronouns like each, either, anything, and plural indefinite pronouns such as few, many, and both. Sometimes, indefinite pronouns can even represent both singular and plural nouns. Words like all, some, most, and any can apply to either. A good way to recognize these differences is to ask yourself whether the pronoun refers to something specific, a definite pronoun, or whether it's more vague, an indefinite pronoun. Now, let's go through a few examples to clarify these concepts further. Consider the example with definite pronouns. James and Duke are friends. They sing together in class. Here, they is the definite pronoun that replaces James and Duke. It helps avoid repetition. When we look at a sentence with an indefinite pronoun, such as someone stands in front of your house, the word someone does not refer to a specific person, which makes it an indefinite pronoun. Another interesting category we should mention are demonstrative pronouns, which point to specific things or people. Words like this, that, to, these, and those fall into this category. Let's say you're pointing to a book on the table, you could say, this is my favorite book. The word this specifies the book you're referring to. Then we have interrogative pronouns, words that are used to ask questions, like who, whom, and what. For instance, who is your best friend? Here, who is asking for specifics about a person. Next up are possessive pronouns, which show ownership, like hers, his, mine, and ours. You could say, the green backpack is mine, showing that the backpack belongs to you. Reflexive pronouns, such as myself and themselves, are also worth noting as they refer back to the subject of the sentence. For example, she made the cake herself. It implies that she did it without help. Lastly, relative pronouns link clauses, such as that, who, and which. An example could be, the book that I read was thrilling. Here that introduces a clause that provides more information about the book. Now that we've covered a broad overview of the types of pronouns, remember the key difference between definite and indefinite pronouns. Definite pronouns refer to specific entities, while indefinite ones refer to non-specific entities. Learning to use these correctly will not only boost your grammar skills but also enhance your ability to express yourself more clearly. Today, we've navigated the world of pronouns, focusing on the distinctions between definite and indefinite pronouns. We learned that definite pronouns are specific and refer to known people or things, while indefinite pronouns are more vague and refer to unspecific entities. Understanding how to properly use both types of pronouns will make your speech and writing clearer and more engaging. Remember, the key to mastering pronouns is practice and applying them in context. Thank you for joining us in this episode of our educational podcast. We hope you feel more confident in your understanding of pronouns, a foundational element of English grammar. Keep exploring the world of language, and practice using what you've learned today in your conversations and writing. Until next time, keep learning and have fun with your words.